What's up, everyone? Welcome to Benched. My name is Joey, joined by my co-host and little brother, Angel. What's up, man?
Hello, what's up?
New member of the 30 Club over here. How's it
Oh yeah,
feeling?
oh yeah. Good,
How's it
good
hanging?
back, good back hurts. Hips a little bit achy, but we're getting there.
Yes.
We're getting there.
And on the march to 40 with the rest of us. Welcome.
Let's not begin that. Let's start that conversation at 35. Then we'll start worrying about 40. Right now,
Uh,
I'm trying to just. It's a brand new environment. Trying to learn the room. Trying
yeah,
to read the room.
I gotcha.
It's new things around here. 30-year-old, a little different.
I turned 35 in less than a month, so I don't love hearing that it starts at 35, but it's also probably right. It's probably true.
I mean, I started thinking about 30 when I was 28. So maybe 38 is when you start worrying
There it
about
is.
40. There you go.
If you're listening on YouTube, welcome to the show. If it's
Hi.
there it is. If it's your first time here, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. We put out a football show 3 times a week, no matter what. And this is one of those no matter what situations. Angel's
Absolutely.
back in LA. I'm down in San Diego for work and slash vacation, and yet making those shows happen, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We can't stop, won't stop.
Episode number 96, like I said. Make sure you
Understood.
subscribe to the channel. And then, of course, if you're listening on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, blah, 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 wherever else you get your podcast, thanks so much for joining us on those platforms. And then just so you know, if you are watching, we are available on those platforms. So say you don't have time
Yeah.
to pop in a YouTube video, no worries.
Yeah.
Audio
Go to
version.
one of those. Yeah. Go to the most like obscure one.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
I
Yeah.
need to find those obscure ones and only say those. Like
Yeah.
don't say Apple or Spotify.
Yeah. Don't say Apple, Spotify.
And
Say
wherever
the other
else you
one.
get your podcast. Uh,
We're on AOL.com. We're
yeah.
on Yahoo.com. We're on MySpace Global. Whatever weird
It's
one there is.
also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all those social media platforms. We're putting clips from the show, and a lot of stuff is going to be happening over the summer. Some
Yeah.
poppin' ideas. You're going to want to make
This
sure you're following.
we can't even begin to say how much stuff is happening because we had talked about it last night
Yeah.
for weeks now. Leading up to show 100, it's all gonna morph into something bigger, like all the
Yeah.
Power Rangers morph into one bigger Power Ranger.
So the Pat McAfee show has this thing when they're making some changes behind the scene. They call it up to something season. So I don't want to steal that.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we call it something's cooking season. Like
Yeah,
something's cooking
someone's in the
season.
oven. A bun's in
Something's in
the
the
oven
oven.
right now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
several buns.
buns are in the oven. The
Yep.
roasted, they're
And
highly glazed.
I'm the daddy.
Mm.
Angel's the mom.
I don't love that.
So I just
No,
went with the
wait,
analogy.
correction. I hate that. Let me
Yes.
correct myself. I hate that.
Anyway, we really veered off there.
Yeah.
But follow us
Here we
on
go.
those social media platforms. Search at Bench Show, spelled just like this.
I don't know which side you're on.
Yeah, fair. That works. Um,
Either or.
so make sure you're followed up on all those different things. Episode number 96. We're 4 away from episode number 100.
Holy
And
hell.
we are still holding back the reins on telling you everything we have planned because we're just dramatic like that.
Yeah, it's like a wild horse. You're trying to hold him back until
Yeah.
he's ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once he
Friday
goes,
show though. I promise you,
Yeah.
Friday show, we're gonna drop some bombs on you, and it's gonna be enjoyable.
I
yeah.
did not know that till right now. Okay.
Yep, I just decided right now.
Okay.
But
This is how this company works. We just do things.
That's exactly how it works.
Oh yeah, we're like, want to do it today? Yeah, let's do it.
But Friday's show, we'll tell you about all the stuff we have coming up to episode number 100. Make sure you're tuning in. Let's get into this news. All right, let's jump into it here. The Chargers offensive coordinator, brand new offensive coordinator, not making any friends with former running backs. Greg Roman.
GR.
Yeah, good old GR had this insane quote. Can you imagine Justin Herbert with a great running game? We don't know, but I can imagine what it might look like. So that's kind of the vision. Greg, what are you doing?
Greg, I don't think you know Austin Eckler. So allow me to be fair, Austin Eckler, 20 plus touchdowns in 2021 and 2022, but yet has never topped 1,000 yards. That's probably what the stat that he's grabbing at. Oh, we need a 1,000-yard rusher. But Greg, there's more ways to be effective at running back besides running the ball, like 20+ touchdowns in back-to-back years. So
Yeah,
shut up, Greg.
make no mistake about it. Greg Roman, uh, uh, John Harbaugh,
John Harbaugh.
right? John Harbaugh.
Wow.
Listen, man. They're twins.
Yeah.
They're bringing old school to San Diego to the LA Chargers for sure. That's gonna be like they're gonna have padded practices.
Yeah.
They're gonna go to the ground early training camp. They're playing their starters during the preseason. They're an old school group of cats, but this is insane.
Yeah, it's also disrespectful to the very good career of Austin Eckler, who wants to come back. Harbaugh said he wants him back, and then Greg Gorman said, "Well, if he was total shit, he would have been better." Like, what are you talking about, Greg? What the hell?
Can you imagine Justin Herbert with a great running game? That's it.
Yes, I can. I actually can, Greg.
Insane. Moving on here. See, Cam Newton got in a little fight, a little scuffle,
a little scrap,
little Atlanta hoedown, throwdown.
Oh yeah, dude. That was fun to watch.
Okay, so I was gonna throw the video up here, but I just don't trust technology. Especially this morning, we've had to do several things, so we're not gonna try to throw the video up. If you didn't see it, go on Twitter. It's literally everywhere. Because there's not much going on in the NFL right now. So that was a huge story.
All we have are Cam Newton fights.
Yeah, so Cam Newton, with if you're wondering, yes, he is wearing his ridiculous hat. And then also, if you're wondering, it did not move the entire fight, which
that thing is on there.
Pretty impressive. Okay, so let me ask you, like 1 to 10, how do you think he did?
I think when they had him pinned, he had the guy against the fence face down.
Yes,
but he was outnumbered. I'm gonna give Cam credit. He was going full superhero, like him versus 4 guys.
Yeah,
I think 3 guys. Out of a 8 to 10 scale, I give him a 7.5.
Yeah, I probably land around there as well, somewhere between 7. Yeah, 7.
Yeah,
I take a 7 because he didn't get any punches off. And
yeah,
that's not his fault. He kind of had to, because if he let go of any one of those guys, he's eating punches. Because that's kind of how the fight started. He ate 2 jaw shots straight off the bat.
If he were to throw a punch, it would be a lot harder on him than he didn't. Like, just as a brand, the Cam Newton brand, he should not throw a punch. So Cam Newton was thinking on his feet there. If I throw a punch, I look bad. If I just eat punches, I look like a victim.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely was a victim. I put on I don't know if you saw Twitter. You see what I put?
No.
I quote tweeted the video, and I put Cam hasn't been done like this since the 2016 Broncos.
Yeah,
I thought you might like that one.
Yeah, I mean,
the Broncos literally beat him up.
I mean, I do like it. I do like it. So I wish I would have saw that. Yeah, he you would think he's a big dude. I forgot. Compared to those other guys, like this guy's a huge guy. He had distance, he had length on him.
Yeah,
he was trying to keep him at a wide berth while maintaining leverage and
honestly, it's just he was gonna get at least a 6 just for not going to the floor.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to bring Cam Newton to the ground in general.
Yeah.
So.
But that was literally if you just CGI a lion's body and then CGI hyena bodies on the other guys. It was literally a scene straight out of the Safari. Like, insane. Obviously, it's not a racial thing I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole animal
that way at all. Yeah.
As soon as I said it, I thought, maybe I did make the Africa reference. Listen, man, just, gotta be above board. That's how we operate around here. But it seemed like straight out of this really role reversal here.
I didn't say anything.
Okay, so apparently the quote he was responding to, someone said, non-throwing ass Atlanta hero quarterback cannot beat me. So not sure what they were actually going to compete at, but it ended up just being a straight up fight. And I guess he didn't beat him, but kind of a draw, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, no, Cam won. If it's 3 versus 1 and you didn't get the other guy to the ground, then Cam won.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
And good bravo to these guys. If I saw a 6'5", 260-pound man, I'm not picking a fight with him.
Yeah, but imagine the guy who's like, I landed 2 shit in his jaw.
Yeah. You go to every bar and you tell that.
They were definitely sucker punches, but in that environment, I don't think it really matters. I think just if you land it, you land it.
You're just swinging, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Moving on here. Marvin Harrison Jr. is just taking the ultimate. I don't need anything from anyone. I'm who I am, and I don't need to prove myself. Type of stance here going into the draft process. He will not be at the testing combine. He won't have a pro day, and he's yet to hire an agent. He's basically just saying, "Listen, I know who I am. I know my worth."
You know what? I don't really mind people not throwing at combines anymore. I don't mind people not running combines. It's like another opportunity for me to get hurt. He has
Yeah.
2 years of elite film. Go watch the film, dude.
Yep.
If you want to know, maybe go watch the film. Go ask my coaches. Go ask the other teams who are the best player. This year, watching him, he was the best player on the field almost all of the games.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing for him to gain from
Nothing.
doing any of these processes. Really, the only thing he can do is lose. Like, he's not going to slide to number one. Caleb
Yeah, what
Williams
if he
is gonna be
runs
number one?
What if he runs like a 4.5 40? All he could do is lose. Like, he's like, no, I'm not putting anything. I'm completely on board. The agent thing is interesting. The agent thing, because all these kids are now Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. These two top 3 picks, no agents. But besides that, don't mind this at all. Don't get hurt, buddy. You have a long career. You have a long career.
Kind of in that same vein, this is the kind of guy who I do expect to try to take advantage as much as he can. JJ McCarthy will throughout the NFL Combine. He's the kind of guy who does need to show some stuff, who can have his see his draft stock rise with a strong combine and pro day for sure, right?
I am personally looking forward to McCarthy because he's been tied to the Broncos for a couple weeks now. So yeah, and also, well, in the championship game, he went through nine throws. So he needs to show. I can throw deep ball, I can throw the intermediate, and then the short, obviously, with velocity. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
If you work out the math, he's going to throw as many passes in the combine than he did his whole career. Joey. Oh, yeah, baby. Getting warm in here.
Going off. You gotta get all bothered about JJ McCarthy.
Yeah. He's a handsome man. No.
I'm bothered about a little QB talk. That's what this is. I get it.
That's what it is. A little draft talk, a little QB talk?
Yeah.
Can't handle it.
Yeah. Just get the blood rate going.
We're about to talk about Caleb Williams. I'm just hoping this shirt stays on. Caleb Williams will not throw at the combine. Doesn't need to. Because that's his number one pick. Go get in the gym. Go get in the sauna. Just don't get hurt.
Yep. This might be a trend now for these top guys who just like the guys who don't need to prove anything. Like, I'm not throwing. There's no need. There's no need for Caleb Williams to go out there and run and to throw. People know exactly who he is.
Here's the other thing. The other side of that is that I wasn't doing this later, but I'll do it now. Sean McVay is not going to the combine. Coaches have stopped going to the combine. Coaching staffs as a whole have stopped going to the combine. It's kind of losing steam as just something that coaching staff puts a lot of stock in. McVay hasn't been to the combine since 2020, and yet he drafted Puka Nacua, and yet he drafted Kyron Williams because he went back and just watched tape and evaluated guys, trusted his scouts. I still think there's a good opportunity for JJ McCarthy, things like that. But the draft is changing. It's not what it used to be, where players need to do it. Coaches absolutely need to be there. It's just not that way anymore.
No, because everything's on video. Everything's recorded. Every metric is recorded as far as like when they started doing that thing in 2016 when they started putting sensors on all the body parts of these athletes. Right. You don't need to be there because you know how fast he's going, you know what velocity he's going, you know the angle he's dipping at. Yeah, it's really funny because all these old coaches go. All the new guys are like, I think last year the Packers guys didn't go.
Yeah, they just didn't go at all.
They drafted and they had a pretty good rookie draft. They have Dobbs. They have a bunch of rookie wideouts. They're a very young team. They nailed those picks.
It might work out well because it might give you a better, at least, chance to not get swept up in a 40 time or a shuttle drill.
Or like it gets competitive among GMs. You kind of just separate yourself. Like I'm just gonna look at players. I'm not looking at situations or whatever's gonna happen because a lot of tampering happens at the combine. A lot of it.
Yeah, and you think about last year the testing that they do. That CJ Stroud just bombed and he couldn't be a franchise quarterback anymore. And how silly does that look now? Like,
maybe that was the reason why he picked number one overall. That one stupid test.
God, what a tragedy.
Yeah, whoever invented that test just took a huge L with CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
he's like, this is needed for football. Like,
he had like an historically low number.
Yeah,
and and it just does not matter. It just
And
had no bearing.
Stroud said in something like in the vein of, "I'm not a test taker. I'm a football player." Like, yeah, why do I need to take a test? I'm not taking a test. Like, that's just dumb.
Yeah. So I don't think RIP Combine, but the Combine as we knew it growing up,
A little
RIP for
different.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bengals have franchise tag officially T Higgins. That number is at 21.7 million for the year. That's fully guaranteed. Now, this doesn't mean he's gonna play. He has to sign that puppy.
Doesn't mean that he likes it.
Yeah. So we've seen this go many different ways. We've seen holdouts for training camp. We've seen holdouts throughout the whole year. And yet it's a contract year for him again. And so he might need to go out there and show he's healthy, someone who's had some injury issues. So I don't know how this is going to play out. Kind of stay tuned. But Bengals have kind of made their move, and the ball's in T. Higgins' court.
Yeah. I hate this for T. There's so much teams that need wideouts that could give him a bunch of guaranteed money. This is probably his last year in Cincy, though. I'll tell you that. It's probably his last year.
Yeah, this is a good way to piss him off. And, he's not come back.
And then watch him draft a wideout this year, and then he's like, he just sees the writing on the wall. Like, this is my last year, 1 year cheap deal. And then 21 million for T. Higgins is just about where he would be valued at. But on the open market, he could easily get 28.
Guaranteed.
27, 28, per year, big guaranteed number.
Bucks also working to retain Mike Evans in a, quote, major way, according to Jeremy Fowler of ESPN. And so with Evans and Higgins off the board before free agency even starts, that's just two guys that we've been mocking to go in a number of different places.
Yep.
Just immediately off the board. Kind of, I don't want to say it sucks because Evans wants to retire as a Buccaneer. So that's good for him.
Mike Evans he's literally just Larry Fitzgerald without any of the love and any of the admiration.
Great comp. Yeah, it's a good comp.
Like, that's literally who he is, and no one ever gives him his flowers for being. He's at 1,000 yards for what, 7 seasons, 8 seasons?
9
seasons. He plays for one team. He's won a Super Bowl with them, something that Fitzgerald never did. Yeah. I don't know why he doesn't get the Fitzgerald treatment. Fitzgerald is known as a legend. Why isn't Mike Evans?
I mean, hopefully in Tampa Bay he does, especially if he stays now.
Now he's a legend.
Hopefully he will. But yeah, he's an absolute one of the best players in their franchise history now. Even if he does leave this year, he's one of the best players in franchise history. He should have the whole Ring of Honor thing and everything. He's that good, and he doesn't get looked at that. He's not a name that quickly comes to mind when you talk about the best receivers of his era, and yet, I mean, consistently.
Yeah, even 10. In his height, you never saw. Mike Evans is the best wide. You never saw that.
Yeah,
he went to the Julio Jones era. He went to the AB era. And now he's in the Justin Jefferson era, and that's interesting.
I remember when interesting. Yeah, it really is. I remember when I first noticed Mike Evans was when I first watched a Johnny Manziel game because he was the Mississippi State. Yeah, he was the guy, and you kind of noticed he's just throwing it to that guy, and that guy just catches everything.
Yeah.
So do you want to say that I was early on Johnny Manziel is a
stop?
One might say that.
Yeah. One. I know one. You're the one. But you're not lying. One might say that.
An insanely grabby, sexy report came out for Mr. Charlie Walters, friend of the show. There is, quote, steam that the Vikings could make wide receiver Justin freaking Jefferson available via trade. I tell you what, I was scrolling Twitter and I saw someone had made an edit where it was from the tunnel looking out at Arrowhead Stadium, and it was the back of a Justin Jefferson Chiefs jersey, and I immediately got goose pimples from head to toe. That would be insane.
He's not going to Chiefs.
So much fun. He's not going to Chiefs, but come on.
He's not going. He's not getting traded either. The Vikings aren't going to let him go. This is sorry, Charlie. Charlie Walters, you might be being used here, buddy. This is a negotiation tactic from the side of Justin Jefferson. Hey, put this out there. That there's steam going.
And it's really because the fans are going to react to this right away. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
So what are they doing though? because Kirk just more and more looks like he's not going back there. Jefferson says he wants to play with Kirk Cousins. Jefferson's extension isn't done yet.
Yeah.
Who's your quarterback? I mean, what are they doing?
I don't know. They could really bleep this part out. They could really fuck up this entire situation just because you don't have a quarterback. Your team doesn't go anywhere. You don't have he's one of the best players in the league. Justin Jefferson. Your offense isn't moving the ball anymore. This is just dumb. This is dumb. Don't let either of these guys go. Don't be dumb, please.
Yeah, but how crazy would it be if a Justin Jefferson trade popped up on your phone? Like, I'm stopping everything I'm doing. I'm pulling over to the side of the road. Like, let me look at this real quick.
Like you're not even driving. You're on your car, pulling out, and then pulling over.
Yeah, pulling out with the kids crying in the car. Like, you guys gotta wait. I'm sorry. Justin Jefferson got traded.
Move. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Big,
this would be crazy.
You get it right.
This would be crazy, but I mean, you don't think this is gonna happen, do you?
I think obviously the odds are that it won't. But the fact that there's any kind of smoke about this is, you start to put things together, right? So the fact that there's no extension yet, the fact that we've heard Justin Jefferson speak about, I want Kirk Cousins. He doesn't want some rookie quarterback. He doesn't want what he had to deal with last year. I think there's a possibility that he might be upset. It's just a so far very mismanaged situation. Just guarantee Kirk Cousins the year for money wise. It's cost doing business. Of having
give Kirk Cousins a 2-year deal, give Jefferson a 6-year deal, and say, Kirk Cousins, you have 2 years, and then we're going to move on. Justin Jefferson, we're giving him 2 years, and then we're going to move on.
Yeah,
that's what you do. Just be open and transparent with these two superstars, all stars and a superstar.
Moving on here, Eric Bieniemy. Talk about weird careers. Is joining UCLA staff as its associate head coach and offensive coordinator per Adam Schefter. It does. I thought I put it in here. Yeah. Eric Bieniemy did want to make it clear, though, that he was not fired. He decided to leave on his own terms. The Commanders, here's the quote: "I have no regrets with the Commanders, contrary to what some think and what have been put on the media. I was not fired. I actually just chose not to stay. I learned a lot, and that's always a good thing."
Okay, sure.
You're fired.
Okay. You're fired. You know what? I quit. Right before he said that he's fired.
You're fired. I quit.
Yeah. I quit. See, I quit. No, I quit.
Oh man, what a weird career.
At one time, the golden child for head coach prospects. Then no one wants him, and not even Andy Reid wants him back. Now he goes to UCLA, which is a bad football school. Believe me, I know. He'll be just as useless as every other UCLA head coach that's ever been there before. You think he's not even the head coach? I mean, he's taking a big old piece of humble pie.
Yeah, I mean the grass is not always greener, man. You could have been the Chiefs OC, yeah, and just been happy there. I guarantee Nagy's not leaving that job. And when you came back home, Nagy was there, and Andy Reid just said, "Listen, I can't fire this guy. We just won 2 Super Bowls." They probably offered him a position on their staff because he was in the building Super Bowl week as a consultant, and so I'm sure they offered him something to come back, but he wanted to at least laterally move into another OC job / associate head coach, whatever the hell that means.
Just means I'm gonna spend 1 year here, and then I'm the hell out of here.
Did you see who the head coach of UCLA is?
I'm blanking on his name.
Deshaun Foster.
Oh yeah.
God, I loved Deshaun Foster back in the day, man.
Yeah,
he was a cool running back.
They're gonna suck.
Yeah, they're gonna be really bad. They're gonna be really bad.
UCLA football is the proud legacy of just being total ass.
Good luck, Eric Bieniemy. Good luck, Bruins. That's where I saw my first football game that was higher than high school level.
And you were like, I am not cheering for this team.
Seriously, they were playing the Ducks, and I thought, who is that team? I really like that team.
That was faster and sexier and cool helmets. UCLA over here is still rolling out Bill Walton quotes.
Yeah, they're also losing by a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
it's halftime. Oh my god. Yeah.
I wanted to bring this up. I just thought it was kind of cool. The Bears have officially hired Jennifer King as an offensive assistant. She's the first female coach in the team's 140 history.
Nice,
Um,
Jen.
I
Good job,
think
Jen.
this is cool. This is cool.
Cool.
I could try to think how crazy hard that would be to be a woman in a men's football locker room.
Yeah,
Just
I
the
don't want to.
testosterone,
Yeah.
like the egos, like that has to be tough. So good for you for being a
And
part of
and
that in the mix.
and good luck. And good luck.
And good
I
luck.
wouldn't know how to navigate that. Yep.
Yep. Mike Florio thinks Russell Wilson should take a 1 year minimum deal to be a starting quarterback next year instead of just get relegated into the backup circuit. What do you think?
Well, because you use because he's getting paid by the Broncos to be a starter, so he's already getting paid. So yeah, this makes sense if he were to get cut to go for $1 million somewhere. A team that we just talked about that has no idea what they're doing. Maybe the Vikings just take a shot at Russell Wilson, or the Steelers, or yeah, I think maybe this might be it. His another weird career. They have weird careers.
Yeah, we've seen these odds jump around, so I don't want to put too much into it. But he is like the overwhelming favorite now to go to the Steelers. Ever since that Falcons field stuff came out.
Yeah.
Xavier Howard not only will be released at the start of the league year, he reportedly has interest in joining the Texans. Now, we're going to see this over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to want to go to Houston. Xavier Howard and God, they're rookie, they're stud.
Derek Stingley.
Stingley as
Second
a
year
combo.
guy. Now third year guy. Oh my god.
Yeah, third year. Right?
Yep. Good. I think they still have to sign Stevie Nelson, who works phenomenal for them. Desmond King's also leaving them. But now you're just trying to pair Stingley with somebody. Xavier Howard, probably as good, if not better, than Stevie Nelson.
Yeah.
Probably better than Stevie Nelson, but yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Also, this is a trend now. If you get a young quarterback with no money yet that you're paying them, you're not paying your wideouts anything, you're not paying your running backs anything.
Yeah.
This money has to go somewhere. This is gonna happen all summer. All summer. All summer this is gonna happen.
Especially the cap going up. Like they already had a lot of cap room. Now the cap's way up. Like everyone's going to Houston, man. Multiple teams around the NFL would have trade interest in Commanders quarterback Sam Howell if they make him available. There hasn't been a single report they're going to make him available, but this report's come a couple times now where people are interested in Sam Howell, and I get it. He's young. He put up like good numbers as far as like he can throw touchdowns. He can be aggressive. The confidence is there. The arm talent is there. You kind of need to rein in some of the other discipline things, which I'm sure every quarterback's coach and offensive coordinator thinks they're the one who can do it.
Yep.
But I mean, Sam Howell, I think,
probably a backup though.
I think he's the perfect backup for the Jets because it gives you a little long-term value. Maybe have him sit behind Aaron Rodgers. And then also you can win with him now.
And then Zach Wilson can come back and just hold clipboards and water bottles.
Zach Wilson needs to go play for the
If I see him in a football jersey next year, I'm gonna be like, "What is wrong with people?"
He'll be falling around the rock with a clipboard over the XFL.
No, him and Manziel will be making documentaries about how they've been wrong. Actually, Manziel's story, never mind. Manziel is a good guy.
Yeah, come on.
Zach Wilson's gonna make a documentary on how he was wrong by the New York Jets, getting him multiple opportunities.
Adrian Peterson says he's open to playing in the NFL again. Quote, I had to let my body recover. I had some injuries and stuff. My last injury was in Seattle. I had a pinched nerve. I didn't want to go under the knife. Took about a year for that to heal. I'm always open to go out there and play again. We'll see what happens. AP just back in the NFL.
Just retire, AP. Just go to the Hall of Fame. You're done, dude. You're done.
It's time to go. I think we saw a report last week about Le'Veon Bell. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Wants to come back as well.
Well, Le'Veon's not a Hall of Famer like AP was. So that's probably why he wants to come back. But AP, stop. You're one of the top 5 running backs of all time. Don't do this. Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Just go out in grace.
The Dolphins also releasing linebacker Emmanuel Ogbah. So they're having some cap casualty hits here because they're just in a terrible place and they got to resign Tua and they have a couple things to do. Ogbah is a nice
rotational
piece to throw in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Some of these teams that maybe can't afford Daniel Hunter, whoever else comes available. Emmanuel Ogbah is not a bad place to wind up. If you get him and someone else like him to kind of rotate at one end spot, I think that'd be awesome. Ogbah also out there. Report coming up the Falcons. Many people think they are head over heels for Justin Fields, but report from Marino NFL. I know that's not Dan Marino, because
Maybe it is Dan.
Dan would have texted me directly, friend of the show.
Okay, friend of the show,
But
Dan Marino.
The Falcons want to trade up for a quarterback in the draft, with Drake May being one of the quarterbacks they're very interested in. We haven't heard a lot about Drake May.
So number 2 overall, so the Commanders. I don't know. That's a lot, because the Patriots need a quarterback and the Commanders need a quarterback.
Right.
I don't know. If this is going to be legitimate. But I mean, it'd be exciting.
Let me ask you this question: do you think, for all intents and purposes, the first 3 quarterbacks going in the draft are some mixture of Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Justin Fields? Like, those are the top 3 quarterbacks available?
Wait, in the draft?
You know what I'm saying? Like if people are looking for a quarterback right now, those are the top 3 names that they're thinking. Okay, we can either, like you do with the Commanders, like we'd love to have Caleb Williams, we'd love to have Drake May, or we'd love to have Justin Fields, and then kind of everyone else.
Yeah, like the Jalen Daniels, JJ McCarthy, Michael Penix.
Right.
Those top 3. But I think Fields is actually falling down now, and it's going to keep falling down, because all we're going to get hype is now. All the hype's going to be for Drake May.
He's going
to combine. He's doing things. So
he's a big, impressive kid. He's put up huge numbers before. But I just don't understand, if you're looking for a quarterback and it only takes a 2nd-round pick to go get Justin Fields, why you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that, but apparently these are experts. Justin Fields, speaking of Justin Fields, the plan for him and the Bears should be revealed next week, according to Albert Breer. He says, I think the bones of a trade will be set next week. There's some urgency on the Bears' part to get something done. It's more looking like they're going to trade him. Obviously, Atlanta is a huge favorite there, but the Steelers, Broncos, Raiders are still popping up in reports. And I'm sure that, like you said, 49ers still there. Yeah. I mean, there's probably one or two, a handful of teams that are interested in him and kind of kept it under wraps. So apparently that party's going to be going next week. So that should be really, really fun.
Oh yeah. So that should be fun. Once it's decided, then the number 1 overall pick will just be set. And the draft gets a little bit more easier now.
Right.
Right. But yeah, until that happens, the draft is up. 1 through 3 is up in the air still for mock drafts.
Right. The draft now today is February 26th. The draft is exactly a month. 2 months. March, April. So 2 months to the draft. Sounds like this is kind of the time where you're going to need to make a move and kind of start researching what you're actually going to do. Not only at quarterback, but now the ripple effect of what you're going to do to roster, having made that decision.
Question for you.
Yep.
I thought about this yesterday, and I didn't really know if I was right. Would you take Tua Tagovailoa over Justin Fields?
No.
Okay. No. So they haven't signed Tua.
Oof.
You can get Justin Fields for a lot cheaper, but maybe about $10 million cheaper.
Just for 1 year, though.
No. You sign him long term. But
yeah.
You're not giving the Justin Fields deal. You're not giving the Tua Tagovailoa deal to Justin Fields. It's a different deal.
Right.
It's a lot cheaper for Fields. I'm just saying.
With Mike McDaniels and Justin Fields over there with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in that running game, and just a team that's built on speed, you now throw in for my money the best running quarterback in the game right now. Yes, I said it, Lamar Jackson. Like, Justin Fields is, I think, the most dynamic running quarterback in the game right now. Put him on that field with all that speed, with Achane, Mostert, Waddle, all those guys. It's just, that is a show. Like, that is insane.
There's also a lot of teams.
He fits the sexy Miami vibe, I think.
Yeah, I think Tua they can get back a haul for Tua and start building cheaply around that. Yeah, it's interesting. That Justin Fields fits in so many spots where it's like, oh man, what if they have this and that?
Yep.
And look for the teams between 10 and 22 who have quarterbacks. Yeah. That's where he's going to fall into one of those spots.
You think so? That's where he's going to go?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go to one of these teams who has a shot at Jalen Daniels or JJ McCarthy. I think they're viewing
teams that can't really afford to trade up that high.
Yeah, I think they're viewing people as like, well, they might not be as good, but they're a lot cheaper, and we can put other assets toward. Yeah.
God, I love this stuff. I can't wait to see what happens to Justin Fields. I can't wait to talk about that. That's our show for today, guys. Thanks so much for joining us for episode number 96, as we are 4 episodes away from episode number 100. Make sure you're watching every single episode. Make sure you're paying attention because we're changing some shit up. Yeah, I use a
hadn't
cuss
heard you
word.
cuss in a long time.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty pumped about this. I was up late last night working on stuff. We've been talking. I've been on the phone with you pretty much every day this week, just trying to make sure everything's, working out. Simpatico.
It's gonna be awesome. We
It'll be a
got a
good
lot
time.
of stuff dropping, a lot of things happening, a lot of things moving behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We
Hey,
can't wait
listen,
to show you.
and it's all for you. It's all to make sure
Yeah.
that this is a great time waster for you because football is the greatest time waster of all time. Anyways, that's the show for today. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Peace.